Good day everybody, my name is Awesomecrunch. Welcome back to more Subnautica news. Now, this episode we're looking at more Arctic DLC concept arts that have just been released by Alex on his Twitter. His link will be in the description below if you want to go and look for them yourselves. These are really cool. There's some that were released yesterday and some that were just released a few hours ago. The ones released yesterday are some Predator concept arts, and the ones released a few hours ago are concept arts for creatures that have been scrapped or unused that the developers have chosen not to go along with, and this is generally due to time constraints. They just don't have enough time to have all of these creatures in the game. So firstly, we'll just go over the Predator ones. So the first Predator is called the Brute Shark, and this one looks really cool. I'm assuming it would be the same size as a bone shark, that kind of size range. There's no size comparison in this one like there is for the Titan Hullfish, which was in the previous video. But I would assume this is about the same size as the bone shark. It looks really cool. It has a really awesome front, and as I said in the last one, Alex seems to be going with a very beaky art style. That is his art style. So many of his creatures have kind of beaks at the front of their face, and it looks amazing. It looks really cool. It looks terrifying, but it looks amazing. The rear end looks awesome as well. It's not like anything we've seen in the game before. It's certainly very unique, and the colour scheme is awesome as well. Now, as far as I know, this isn't a scrapped creature. This is one they might actually be going with, so you might be able to expect to see this in the game. It is a concept art that as far as I know, has not been scrapped yet, and as you can see, it is with a backdrop of the Arctic biome, but of course, that's a real picture as far as I can see. But either way, it looks like a really cool creature, and I really hope to see this in the game as a predator. But as Fracus was saying, I really hope that there are more mid-sized passive creatures that just are really quite large but don't attack you, because there are so many mid-sized aggressive creatures. It'd be cool to just have some big passive ones that you can just look at from, I don't know, I think it would just be cool. But yeah, there's one of the predators. It looks awesome. Of course, there's got to be some predators in the Arctic biome, otherwise it makes no sense. So this one is just called the Predator Concept, and again, it's by Alex, but this one actually has a size comparison. Whether that's accurate or not, I don't know. Again, this is just a concept, so it might not be a final design. He's actually played around with this design quite a lot. He's used this one, which is kind of like a squid-like one, and he's also done this one, which has terrifying teeth that was covered quite a while ago. But this one is more of a kind of streamlined one, and it is a predator by the looks of it, but if the mouth opens like it does in that piece of art previous, then I do not want to find this, especially at that size. It's going to be really cool at that size. But again, that is another aggressive creature, so I'm just hoping we see some more mid-sized passive creatures. But let me know what you think about that in the comments below, because I'm interested to know what you think about the kind of ratio of aggressive to passive creatures. I think there should probably be more in the Arctic biome, but that's just my opinion. But it looks like a really cool creature with the red tip at the end as well, and the red eyes as well. So it basically just looks great as everything. So these next ones are actually scrapped creatures that they will not be implementing into the Arctic biome, mainly because of time constraints. They just don't have enough time. They want to get the DLC out before they release like another game or whatever they're doing. They're limiting their time, so they can't put in all the creatures they want. But these ones are called the Cheeky Creature variants, and I'm assuming these are some sort of creature that will steal your stuff. As you can see in the picture, it says treasure grabbed with lower jaws, and he's holding a battery by the looks of it. The fins fold down into feet, and it has swimming modes. This is again another surface and water creature. It's awesome to see so many creatures that can go between land and water, like the ones in the previous video. It's really cool to see they all have different modes, like the alien penguin. So again, that's another cool thing, but again, it is scrapped, so don't expect to see that in the game. You've also got another Cheeky Creature variant, which is a different looking one. It's got different states with it. It's got a mouth closed one, and it's got skin plates, heart to show a flexible membrane, which is an averted oral sucker. I don't know what that is, but essentially that's how it's going to carry the thing that it steals from you. And on land, this creature moves by alternating the pectoral and pelvic fins to push forwards. Interesting. Okay, I can't imagine seeing that move on land, but we're not going to be able to see it move on land because it's been scrapped. There's also B, which is another creature that's been scrapped as well. A really cool colour scheme on that. I love it so much. It looks a bit like a bird. I think that would probably be an underwater creature though, because the wings just aren't big enough. And also does have fins on the pelvis. But it has like a glowing thing at the end. I'm guessing that could be some sort of glow bug. I would imagine they might be actually quite small. Maybe they could be the green things shown in the Leviathan concept art. I don't know. But again, scrapped, so we won't see that unfortunately. Letter C is another one with retractable tentacles, and he's done some lower detail versions of it to describe how the tentacles actually take your stuff. You can see it's holding a battery again, so he's used a battery for all of these examples. And you can see it wraps them around the battery and then pulls it in towards it, and that is how it works. On land, the creature moves like a mud skipper, and if you don't know what a mud skipper is, it's this, and it moves like this. Next one is called a sea monkey. Don't know what that means, but it's apparently a sea monkey, and it's also called a pygmy crab squid, or in brackets, grab squid. So this is going to be another annoying one that takes your stuff, and as you can see, it's definitely a little version of a crab squid. It's definitely related to it. You've got the 4 eyes and you've got the brain with the transparent membrane over it. It looks really cool. Again, with all of the legs and the crab features, again, it's carrying a power cell, I think, that time. So it's described as a small polar relative of the crab squid, intelligent and small. It has bioelectric abilities like its deep water relative, so EMP perhaps, and is drawn to electrical devices and batteries humans have brought to the planet. Again, really cool concept, but unfortunately we won't see it. Gutting, I know. This last one is really cool, not something I've ever seen before or even thought of. This is called the Shard, and this creature travels slowly through the water vertically like a knife, luring prey with its glowing esker from the sea floor. Now, I don't know what an esker is, but I'm guessing that's the little ball on the end of the antenna. I'm guessing that's it, the glowing lure on it. When attacked, it quickly releases hypersaline slime, cooled through biochemical means. I don't know what any of that means really, but essentially, I'm guessing that just it releases something that's going to be really cold when it's attacked as a defensive mechanism, kind of like a squid's ink, I would imagine. This rapidly forms an ice shell around its body, from which it suddenly swims free, leaving the predator to attack its false ice shadow while it escapes, and you can see that in the diagram on the right there. The ice pseudomorph would be what's left, and the escaping fish will jet out, and the predator will be confused and try and attack the ice. It's a really cool idea, and I had never thought of anything like that, and I don't think the developers had particularly either. Really cool concept art. It would have been awesome seeing this in the game, but unfortunately it's not going to happen. As far as we know, this has been scrapped. So, really big shame, but please do tell me which one you would have liked to most see in the game. My idea behind this is these creatures are really cool, but they've been scrapped, which is sad. But if they've been scrapped, then I can only imagine how cool the creatures that haven't been scrapped are going to be, because you know they're not going to skimp on awesome creatures. So I'm just looking forward to seeing all of the creatures that haven't been scrapped, to be honest, but it's nice to be able to see the ones that they've been working on. Maybe there'll be inspiration on creatures that actually will be in the game. But either way, I'll leave it here, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe if you liked the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Drama friends.